Hello, everybody. Thank you for that introduction, Rob. And yes, I do work with people who have chronic pain, and I have chronic pain, chronic migraines, and pain myself. And so I wanted to introduce everyone to a movement idea of hacking your nervous system. And that idea is that when we talk about doing exercise and movement to try and reduce our pain, really, we're talking about trying to help change the feedback loops that are going on with our nervous system. And one of the best ways that we can do that when we're talking about changing our pain is using the special kind of nerves that we have called proprioceptive nerves. Those are nerves that tell our brains where and how our limbs are moving in space. Those nerves collect information while we're moving, but they really only do that well when we're moving really slowly. And so the movements that I'm going to show you in a minute are movements that we're going to do very, very slowly. But there's another thing that we have to keep in mind with it. You've heard everybody talking today a lot about breath and making sure that we're thinking about our breathing while we're doing various different things. And why is that important? Well, if we're holding our breath, if we're tensing while we're doing things, if we're worried and afraid of pain, and especially pain with movement, that's sending alarm bells to our brain. And our brain's response to alarm bells is to give us more pain, not because it doesn't like us, but because it's a defensive mechanism to keep us from hurting ourselves more, to keep us from being more injured. So we want to try and short circuit that tendency as well. So I'm going to invite you to stand up if you're able. And if you have a chair handy that you can hang on to, if you have a wall handy, that's fine too, do that. And you want to make sure that you can keep yourself balanced. When you're doing that, I want you to first and foremost just put a hand on your stomach and take a nice deep breath in. And as much as you can, just in this moment, try and let go of some of that tension you're feeling in your muscles. Okay. A lot of us have pain in our low backs, in our hips, kind of this area. So the movement I'm going to show you today is going to focus on that. And it's really simple, okay? I'm going to put my hand on my hip so you can see what I'm doing, but you don't have to do that. That's just so you can see what the movement looks like. So what we're doing is you're going to put your weight on the leg that's closest to the chair or the wall that you're hanging onto and shift your weight over there so your other leg is kind of free to move as much as you want to, okay? And then that hip that's free, you're going to slowly hike that hip up as much as you can, and then move it down. And my foot, which I don't know if you can see or not, is not on the floor because I'm trying to move that hip through as much of a range of motion as I can. And you know what? If your range of motion is here to here, that's okay. Go to the edge of where you feel things. Just try and move with it without tensing and anticipating pain, and breathe. Let your body take in new information about what is possible. And we'll let that foot come back Breathe again. You'll take the opportunity to do the other side. Again, hiking that hip up, letting it slowly come down. And the idea is just to be kind to your body, whatever space it's in right now. Gently encouraging some movement and giving those nerves some new feedback. Okay, relaxing. One more breath. In and out. Good. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for joining me in that today.